workplace. Um, there are two videos that were provided so as to watch them and to give a brief analysis about them. The first video is about Brendan and it is called The Secret of Happiness. The most key points that Brendan was focusing on is that the basic of happiness is common sense. He said that happiness is the most studied aspect in the whole history. So he related happiness to the orientation toward the world, like the way we feel gratitude toward what happened in the past, even though there were some challenges, and how we embrace the present life we live, like how we are engaged in something that some like seriously, like we are completely engaged into that thing presently, and how we are excited toward the future. We normally know that the future will bring something bad or no, not good, but the excitement we have about it. So it's about how we feel ourselves, the common sense we have about it. He also talked about how happiness is related about our physical health. We shouldn't undermine how we are physically, so we should consider eating healthy, sleeping well, not consuming much sugar and caffeine, so as to have a good health physically, because that matters also in our happiness. He also said that happiness goes with the relationship we live in. Some people have problems with their relationships, but it shouldn't be a problem because it's how we engage into that relationship, how we make it fun for each other, how we look about what is not going well and change it, and apply all the common sense that are in the world and put them into practice. We also talked about spirituality, which is something like the way we have faith in something larger than us, in our God, and the way we believe it. Also, that contributes to the happiness we have in our life. The second video was about how to be happy by Sonja, and the key point of happiness that she mentioned is act of kindness, like the way we are kind to others, what we normally do, like something we do that is not common, like we don't do it normally, like it's not our usual thing, but it contributes to the well-being of others. That's what was that she mentioned, and she brought many other different facts that could support her opinion. So one of the things she says is that our finding attests to the important role of motivation, effort, commitment, and faith as finding or a fact of what was supporting the evidence she had. So briefly, from those two different audios that I mentioned about and what was included there, we found that the video by Sonja, the presentation by Sonja is mostly supported by facts and evidences, because she came up with many graphs about the research they did to support that happiness is mostly found by doing kindness toward each other. And she also brought some other people like Bush, the former president of United States of America, as a quote he said to support that kindness is something good for us to be happy. So I can say that according to the researchers and the resources we have in CFA, like the video with Sonja is very good and is very teaching, because the evidences and the facts that she has are proving much more than what Brendan was saying. Of course, Brendan has a good video because he's talking more about many things, have many opinions, but there is no fact behind that. So another thing I can talk about is some kind of stress that we normally find at workplace. Sometimes stress is caused by long hours that we work at the workplace without taking a break. There is also heavy workload, like we have a lot of work and we have to finish them in a short period of time. There is job insecurity, like you feel like you won't maintain that job for long, and that causes you to have stress because you tend to look for another job while you're still working to the other one, so it can bring stress too. There is also conflict with co-workers, because most of the time it's normal that we meet conflict, we have conflict with our co-workers, but the way we solve those conflicts also matters. So if we do not solve those conflicts well, then we tend up to be like to have stress. So there's other stressors that I find might be like bring stress at work, like the organization culture can also be a stressor, bad management, lack of support and relationship at work, because all those things can bring stressors at workplace. Of course, me too, I meet some conflicts and it can lead to stress, but the way we solve this, we behave towards stress can matters. So like an example I can give is that most of the time I'm stressed to finish my uh, my academic stuff on time, yet I have a lot of things to do, so it can bring stress to me. But right now, before it made me lose lose control of what I have to do, and I tend not to finish them. I might even procrastinate things or have a headache due to a lot of stress. But right now, because I know that by accumulating all of them and taking them to another time can lead me to stress, so I prefer to work on them right now, so as to have so as to like to avoid having stress in the future in my academic stuff, because most of the time when stress is not handled well, it can lead to other negative effects, and those negative effects can affect us in our present life and also in the future. So thank you so much.